Don't crack my neck. Have you ever gone into a chiropractor and said, don't crack my neck? Well, let's talk about what that crack is that you're healing. Chiropractors never crack anything. Well, maybe we crack eggs, but we never crack spines. So if we don't crack spines, then what is it that you hear when you get a spinal adjustment? The noise that you hear when you get a spinal adjustment is called a cavitation. Can you say that? Cavitation. And basically what that is this. When you have different stresses or traumas to your body or to your spine, it causes these spinal bones that you see here to shift out of place, right? The spinal bones actually shift out of alignment from stress or trauma. When that happens, we call that condition the subluxation. When you get a subluxation does a couple of things in the spine. Number one, the most serious thing is it causes stress and pressure and tension to the spinal cord and the nerves as they exit the spine. And that stress and tension and pressure to the nervous system creates problems in the nervous system. It causes the body to lose its ability to be able to communicate between the brain and the body. And as you can see, if you know anything at all about your body, you know that the brain and the nervous system is the master system of the body. It's the organ that controls all of the other organs. So the brain has to be able to communicate to your body in order for your body to be healthy, in order for your body to heal from injury, in order for all these organs to work. They all rely on energy or information from your brain to work properly. A misalignment in the spine interferes with that communication between the brain and the body, and that leads to decreased function, decreased health, and dysfunction in the body. Going back to the subluxation and the crack that you hear when you get an adjustment, also when the spine gets shifted or twisted out of alignment, the spine gets stuck in that unhealthy position. Now, what you can't see here is there's a joint capsule that surrounds this joint, and when the spine gets stuck or fixated out of alignment, air builds up in that joint. So when a chiropractor gives you a gentle chiropractic adjustment to realign the spine back into its normal position, that crack or that cavitation that you hear is just a release of gas from the joint capsule. Nothing is breaking in there. Nothing is cracking. It's not scar tissue that's breaking up or anything like that. It's just a release of air from the capsule that surrounds the joint that is fixated. And that's what we want, because when we give a chiropractic adjustment, we want to create motion, we want to create flexibility, and we want to create movement in the spine. Have you ever seen people that kind of walk around like this? Right? Have you ever seen those people? Do they look very healthy to you? Probably not. And the reason is because somewhere innately you know that if people have spinal problems, they typically are unhealthy, unwell individuals. So when you hear that crack, it's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to, there's no damage happening in your spine or in your nervous system as a result of the adjustment. In fact, the chiropractic adjustment is one of the safest healthcare modalities literally on the planet. I always tell people this, people who are sometimes shy or hesitant to see a chiropractor, or maybe they've been told by a friend, a family, a loved one, or even a medical doctor who has been misinformed about chiropractic. Maybe they've been told to never let a chiropractor adjust your spine or never let a chiropractor adjust your neck. And that's just bad information. That's just false information coming from people who generally mean well. They're trying to help you, but they just don't have all of their facts straight. So I always share this one little piece of information and then I'll let you go. Do you guys know how much the malpractice is for an MD, for your average medical doctor, your general practitioner? You could probably guess, even if you don't know the answer to this question, you can probably guess that it's well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. Their premium is well into $200,000 or $300,000 per year. And that's because there are so many dangerous and harmful side effects to medications. Now, surgeons, well, they are even higher. They're close to $1 million a year in malpractice for surgeons. What does that mean? Well, that means that the premiums for those insurance policies are higher because there's a higher risk statistically, right? Have you ever asked a chiropractor what their yearly premium is? Don't do it. You're going to laugh. It's like $2,000 to $3,000. What does that tell you? That tells you that chiropractic care is hundreds of times safer statistically than going to your MD or your surgeon. So let's be conservative with our health. Always check out chiropractic as a first line of defense. That doesn't mean there's never room for medication or surgery. There certainly is, but let's start conservative first. Let's see if there's anything going on in the spine or the nervous system that we could take care of to allow your body to heal naturally without the use of medications and surgery. And if for some reason the body goes beyond its ability to heal itself, well then of course we could refer you out, and that's where medication, that's where different types of drugs, that's where different types of surgeries really do shine. Please subscribe or follow for more.